everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at your August 2025 insights. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please always remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that that is not me. All right, Spirit, we're looking at August 2025 insights. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have Island and Detachment with the Snowflake Obsidian. It's also number 19. Pile number 2, you have Lotus Resurrection with number 22. And you have the Tourmalinated Quartz. Pile number 3, you have Sun and Faith with number 38, and you have the blue Aventurine. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the Snowflake Obsidian, and your card is Island Detachment, and it's number 19. So I'm getting a couple different things from this card. I feel like some of you are feeling isolated. Some of you are feeling like you're on an island by yourself and there's no one there to help you. There's no answers, and also like there's no way off, right? Like there's no way to escape whatever it is that you're going through right now. And it seems to be a very, very lonely place for you. The other side of this, another thing I'm seeing is some of you need to detach in August. Some of you need to break away from people, places, and things. Some of you need to clear your thoughts and see where you're going from here. Now, no matter which group you fall into, or even if it's something a little bit different, what I am seeing in August is that the clouds are going to dissipate. Answers are going to appear. You're getting clarity on things. So you could be getting clarity on how to fix the situation, on how to get off of this island, metaphorically speaking. Some of you may be taking some time out from a job or a relationship, and you've cleared your mind and you've realized, okay, it's time to make some changes within these situations, or it's time to break free from these situations. Whatever it is, things are starting to make sense for you, okay? And you're getting like a sense of clarity. I feel like you can breathe a little bit easier once you get to this point where things are starting to clear up. The other thing that's really standing out to me is number 19. If you look at that in the tarot deck, that is the Sun card, okay? So that again really points to the fact that these clouds are clearing and the sun's coming out. So shining light on solutions, shining light on your inner truths, okay? And another thing I want to say about number 19, I don't know if you noticed this, but when I laid out the 3 piles, pile number 3 is actually that the title up here is Sun and Faith. And if you're drawn to that pile, that card, then definitely, you can watch that after this one. Obviously, I haven't done that pile yet, so I don't know if it's going to relate, but it seems like it might. But if it doesn't, then at the very least, Sun and Faith is important in your reading. Okay, so I will probably touch on that again as we go along, because the sun's coming out here, right? And so I feel that also along with sun, Spirit is telling you to have faith that the sun is going to shine again, that you're going to get through this dark period, or that, you know, the sun is going to come out and shine light on, you know, giving you clarity on what is your next move, where do you go from here. Okay, so I feel like during the month of August, you know, depending on where you are on this journey, some of you could be, you know, going through all of these things early on, and then through August, you know, everything is becoming much clearer for you and you're moving on from this, you know, detachment here. And others of you, this could be kind of a slower moving process that's happening throughout August. And then by the end of August, you could be ready to move on and, you know, really start to, you know, put things into place and make changes. Okay. The other thing, I feel that there's big emotions going on here, or big decisions that need to be made because all this water here. Okay. So I think that that's playing a pretty significant role as well. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? We're looking at August 2025. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay, so I feel like what this is telling us is that during the month of August, you're not going to be overthinking anymore, okay? Because you have these clouds that are dissipating here. So at one point in time, you may have been overthinking. Things may not have been clear, but I keep feeling like you're getting clarity in August. There's like, oh, remember I was talking about the sun, and look here, you have this light here. Okay. So there's seems to be like things are going to start to slowly shift for you in August. Okay. And you're going to start to move forward. Yeah, things are going to start to make sense for you. Okay. Well, this card sure wanted to come out. Let's take it. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Okay. I think that is so important because here there's obviously, you know, this island detachment. There's a great sense of feeling alone. And you're really not. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. I feel like you have ancient ancestors standing beside you. I feel you also have loved ones standing beside you. I'm feeling like you're very protected. Okay. You see all these animals here on this card. I feel like you're just surrounded. Like, I'm getting chills right now. I feel like you're surrounded by love. And yeah, I just keep hearing you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. So I feel that you're getting answers. You're getting to a point where you're going to be able to move on from issues. Things are making sense. You're going to know exactly what you want to do going forward, or you're going to have answers. You're going to find solutions to problems, right? So it's like if you didn't know where you were going to go, or you just felt completely helpless, like, I don't even know, there doesn't seem to be any solution here. Things are going to start to come together, okay? What else can you tell us for pile number 1? Are these 2 cards here? 1, 2, there's 3. I'm going to take them because they were kind of sticking out there. So let's see what we have here. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. That's exactly right. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck. This sense of being on this island and feeling stuck. That's what I've been saying, right? And some of you feel stuck because certain things in your life may have come crumbling down and you're feeling stuck and you're like, wait a minute, like, now what? And so something unexpected could have happened for some of you. And not only are you feeling stuck, but you're feeling stunned. Like, what just happened? And you're feeling alone, and you're feeling like you can't even think, you can't even process your thoughts right now because everything just kind of came tumbling down, and you're just like, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. And others of you are feeling stuck because you're stuck in a job you don't like, a career you don't like, a relationship you don't like, a place where you're living that you don't like, right? And a call for shifts. That's exactly what I've been feeling. What I just heard is feeling stuck wherever you are right now. It's temporary. Okay, so there is hope. Okay, there is hope for you. Have faith. Okay, flow and change. Things are going to start to flow. Things are going to change for you. I feel what's most important for a lot of you is to keep the faith. Don't give up and know that this is temporary. It's not always going to be like this. The ripple effect, part of something bigger, details are taken care of. Well, this makes sense because details are taken care of. This is what I was feeling here with the clouds dissipating, right? That the answers are going to come to you. You're going to get clarity. So if you're trying to figure out what you should do, you're going to get clarity. The details are going to come to you. If you're just feeling completely stuck, like there's no solution, there's no answer, something's going to happen to shift that perspective for you. And this is going to happen in August. Okay, so things are going to start to shift. You're not always going to be stagnant. Okay, things are going to start to move for you. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. Yeah, I love this. And I love that this was your last card too, because this is showing that trust, right? And like I said, with, the sun and having faith and, it's like trusting that it's not always going to be like this. Okay. Trusting that you're going to be able to figure things out. There's going to be movement that's coming in for you. Future rivers and oceans. Look here, you have what looks to be an ocean. I mean, this is not where you're always going to be. There's a change of scenery. Things are going to be different for you. So Spirit is saying to, try to keep the faith as you move along in August. Okay. What else would you like? Okay, these cards are ready. All right, what else do you want to tell us? Let's see what we have here. The Knight of Cups. There's something that's coming into your life that's going to change things. And again, it has to do with emotions. Things are going to shift for you. You're going to feel a lot better with how things are progressing. You see this knight here is in a car. Something's coming into your life. There's some sort of change that's coming into your life that's going to restore balance. Okay, it's going to restore balance. You're also going to be more comfortable than you are right now. And not just you're going to feel more comfortable, because I feel that that pile number one, you feel very uncomfortable right now. So it's not like you're going to feel less uncomfortable. You're going to feel comfort again. Okay. The Fool card. See, there's movement. There's new beginnings. There's getting back to a time where you're not being held down by worry. Okay. These worries that you're having, I feel they're weighing you down. They're either making you detach from everything and everyone, or you're feeling detached because you have nothing to like grasp onto, nothing to hold onto. And I really feel that's changing for you. And also, see, look at this card. So it's raining. Can you see that? This is rain coming down here. But the Fool has an umbrella. Okay, so there's safety for you. The storm is passing. That's what I feel. The storm is passing, and emotions are going to be lighter. Okay, it's not always going to be so heavy. The Two of Pentacles, yeah, so things are going to balance out for you. There's a path forward, and it's not just going to be, this straight line. I feel that you will have some difficulties. You will have some things that you need to think through. You may have to put, a lot of effort into figuring things out, but you're going to get there. Okay. There's progress being made. If finances are a problem for you, I feel that finances are slowly but surely going to start to right themselves. Okay, things are going to slowly but surely start to trickle in. Let's say you have some heavy debt right now. You're going to be able to, slowly but surely start to pay that debt down. And you're going to feel, I also feel that as you progress throughout what we're seeing here, what's coming in is confidence. Slowly but surely you're feeling confident, and you're really beginning to trust that you're not always going to be here and that things are going to shift for you. We have the Seven of Swords. So what this is telling me is that you have something you need to figure out. There's something going on in your life that is not right. Certain things in your life, So for some of you, you're detaching from this. Some of you are feeling like there's something kind of underhanded going on, something that you need to figure out. You need to take time away from this situation to figure out, is this what's really going on? Something, like where you feel like you can't quite see the whole picture. You're not hearing exactly what's going on. Feeling like you just have like a general feeling that something's a little bit off here. So some of you are choosing to detach from this so that you can really process these feelings and really, try to understand what exactly is going on here. And then for others of you, I feel that this is what put you here. Some event happened to trigger this detachment, and now this is all you can think about. Therefore, it's hard for you to see a way out of where you are, okay? So what I'm seeing happening, because this is all you can think about, this metaphorically would be the clouds that are dissipating here, okay? So what I'm seeing is that something's going to happen in your mind where you can sort of detach from this happening to you, and you can slowly start to, dust yourself off and say, okay, this happened, but now what, right? This happened, but let me come back to my true self. Let me gather my strength and let me start to change. Let me, allow the universe to provide answers to me and in my life so that I can get out of this situation. We have the Six of Swords. This is literally what I was just saying, so that you can get out of this situation, and that's exactly what's happening here. Okay. And and then, the first thing that I said about the Seven of Swords is that some of you are detaching from a situation that seems kind of shady. It seems like something's not quite right. So let's say if in your, romantic relationship, you're feeling like something's going on here. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to remove myself from the, relationship for a minute. Maybe you're going to take some time apart, whatever it is. And you're going to think about things, and you're going to have discussions, and you're going to figure out exactly what's going on. And so there could be a movement away from the relationship itself, or there could be a movement away from the problems that you've been having here. And so that could be literal. That can also be metaphorical for some of you. Whatever it is that's going on here, you're detaching from it. You're getting space from the issue. Let's say you're in a career or a job that you're not necessarily enjoying at the moment. And so you take, a weekend off. Let's say you take, 5 days off of work. You get away from your problems. You're detaching from it so that you can think clearly. And then you're saying, okay, this is no longer meant for me. It's draining. I don't want to be here anymore. So I'm going to go back and give my notice, right? Something like that I feel is happening for you. Yeah, see, we have the Page of Cups. So this is what I'm saying here, is that there's new beginnings for you. Did we see that somewhere up here? Well, here there's a call for shifts. shifts, flow, and change, and future rivers and oceans. Yeah, part of something bigger. So I really feel that there's a shift happening for you in August where, you know, this Page of Cups here is pointing to what I was saying earlier, where you're getting some piece of information, things are clicking into place, you're getting clarity, you're getting answers, you're allowing the universe to provide solutions for you, okay? And I really feel like throughout August, you're going to go from feeling detached from the world kind of in general to feeling like there's hope. Okay. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. Something's not working for you. And it's time for you to figure out what's not working for you and allow answers to come in. So for some of you, you know, like I said, some of you are going to be detaching from a situation that you're feeling it's no longer meant for you. But you need to take some time to think about things before you make a definitive answer. Am I going to stay or am I going to go? Okay. And this is showing that answer, something that's no longer working for you. I feel you're going to decide to detach from it, right? And walk away from something that's no longer working for you. Others of you, what I'm seeing here with this Eight of Cups is, you know, some of you are on this island and you feel like you don't have anyone. You feel like you are alone. You're going through a very, very, very rough time right now. But remember this card, you're not alone, okay? And what I'm seeing here is this water here, to me, is kind of representing this island here where you were trying to stay afloat. You were trying to move on from your problems, but you didn't see how that was even possible at this point. And what I'm seeing with the Eight of Cups, especially connected to the Page of Cups, because remember here with the Page of Cups, I said you could be getting some piece of information or clarity or help from the universe here with this Page of Cups. And that is giving you the strength, the answers to kind of lift yourself out of this water and move on and move away from whatever it is that has been so emotionally draining for you. The Four of Pentacles, very interesting. So with the Four of Pentacles, what I'm feeling here is that this is really intense. Some of you are going to be letting go of something that was just pulling you under. And that's exactly why you had to detach from something, from a person, place, or thing, okay? And I feel it's going to be very, very difficult to detach from whatever this is, okay? Because look at the cards that we have here, this progression here. Remember the Seven of Swords when I said some of you may be feeling like something's not right with a person, place, or thing, a situation that you're in, okay? And you're detaching from that situation so that you can clear your mind, so that you can try to see things clearly, and then, you know, make a decision from that point as far as what you want to do. So we see that here with the Six of Swords, where you're getting away from something. You're packing your bags, you're getting away for a weekend or, you know, a couple weeks, whatever it is. Then here with the Page of Cups, you're getting some sort of clarity. You're getting the answers that you needed, okay? And then it's like, okay, I'm realizing that it's time to move on. It's time to walk away from something that's not working. Well, once you realize that, then we have this Four of Pentacles where it's like, okay, I know I need to detach and walk away from this, but at the same time, I don't want to, and I feel like I can't. So I feel for some of you, August is going to be a little bit difficult with walking away from something that's no longer working for you. But I feel like, you know, it's a process. It's, do you want to stay where you are, where you're not feeling fulfilled, where you're not living to your highest potential? Or do you want to, kind of rip the Band-Aid and extract yourself from the situation so that you can feel better, so that you can grow, so that you can move on from this, right? So yeah, I feel for pile number 1, August is going to be, it could be a little bit difficult for you. And obviously we're going to see what the other cards say here, but that's what I'm seeing so far for some of you. Now, for others of you, what I'm seeing with this 4 of Pentacles, this is for those of you who feel like someone or something did something to you to affect your life, which put you on this island and you're detached, not out of your own choice. Okay, some of you had things just crumble right before your eyes and you're detached and you're saying, I have no idea how to get out of this. What I'm seeing here with the 4 of Pentacles is that, and I think I said this earlier, you're so focused on how everything fell apart that you can't even fathom how to put things back together. Okay. And believe me, I know I'm not minimizing that at all. I understand how difficult that can be. But what Spirit is showing me is that your path forward is to detach from how everything fell apart, okay? And try to turn your focus into how to move forward, right? And I know that that is easier said than done. I'm telling you what Spirit is showing me, okay? So let's see what your next card is here. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. So this is the Page of Swords. So let me continue with those of you who feel like something was done to you, to where your life feels like it kind of crumbled and you are kind of put here on this island and now you don't know how to get off of the island. This is this is what I've been saying. If you shift your focus from what happened to, okay, I'm here, let me focus, let me think, let me see how I can pick up the pieces. That's what I'm seeing here. If you shift your focus, you're going to get clarity. You're going to get possible solutions, people showing up, the universe helping you. Remember, you're not alone here. And I feel you'll also gain a little bit of strength to start to move forward. Okay. And then for others of you who needed to detach from a person, place, or thing, and you did that voluntarily, again, here, you're getting information, you're realizing the reality of the situation, and you're no longer wondering, do I want to stay or do I want to go? That's becoming very, very clear to you. Then we have the 3 of Wands. Very interesting. So what I'm seeing here is that, with what I'm seeing here is that the information that you've received from the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, you've made a decision and you have taken some sort of action to change your circumstances. And you have a new beginning here. Okay, it's like things have shifted here. You're no longer stuck. You're feeling a sense of, whew, I got out of that situation. I'm feeling much better. And look at, you have the sun. Do you see that? You have the sun shining here. Okay, so that's for those of you who needed to detach from a situation because you felt it was draining your energy. And what I'm feeling here is you've either worked out a solution to whatever this was that was going on here, and you've moved into a time where there's more peace. So let's say that this was a relationship, like a romantic relationship, that you were arguing or there was something going on there. What I see happening is maybe you decide to stay. Maybe these cards are indicating that you're letting go of something that was holding you back in your relationship. You let that go, you have conversations, you're on the same page, and you're moving forward. Okay, others of you have decided to just completely cut off that relationship, that job, career, whatever it was. Some of you are moving to a new place. Some of you are starting over completely. Okay, so some of you, that hard work, that energy that you put into thinking about things and what you want to do, it's paying off here. Okay, now those of you who feel like these circumstances were completely out of your control, you did not want to detach, but things happened, things crumbled, and you were put in a place of detachment. Remember how I said, if you can shift your focus from holding on so hard to the fact that everything did fall apart, right? If you can release your grip on that thought, on those feelings and those emotions a little bit, you're going to start to see things differently and see solutions. It's going to be difficult, but if you can do it, this is what happens. You start to shift your focus. You start to see the sun again. Okay, you start to have faith again, and you start to move forward. The Six of Cups, yeah, and I feel that what happens for all of you, no matter which, in pile number one, which scenario you fall into, I feel what's happening, if you do this, once you go forward, once you get clarity on everything, you start to come back to who you are, because I feel all of you lost a sense of who you are during this process. Okay, there was something going on that kind of took you from yourself, and it's going to be a difficult process, processing things, analyzing things, making decisions, picking yourself up, or moving on from something, or fixing something. But it's going to be worth it, because it's bringing you back to who you are supposed to be, okay? And what I'm seeing also with the Six of Cups is that things, they get easier for you, okay? And I want to say this, those of you who feel like something happened to you that put you on this island here, what I feel with the Six of Cups is that you are slowly but surely able to detach from that and get your power back and get your life back and move on and find emotional balance again. The Two of Cups. Yeah, this is a great card to end your reading. So what I'm seeing here is things are coming together, okay? So those of you who detached from a situation because it just didn't feel right anymore, if it was a relationship, a job, a career, whatever it was, you detached from that and you decided, you know what, it's just not for me anymore. I'm going to say my goodbyes. What I'm seeing here is you have your power back, you're balanced, and your energy is calling into your life things that match your energy, new people, new places, new things, new relationships, things like that. And so the new things, whatever you detach from and leave behind, you're going to find things are more balanced when you enter those situations in the future. Some of you, for instance, may have been in a relationship that wasn't working. You took some time apart and you fixed things. And look at how happy you are here. Okay, and those of you who feel like you were put here, that something happened that made your life kind of fall apart in front of your eyes, if you can shift your focus, pick yourself up, as hard as that's going to be for you, some of you will have to really, really reach into the depths of your soul to pull yourself up, okay? But if you can do that, what's happening is you're seeing the sunlight again, okay? You're feeling happier again. You're getting back to who you are. And look at all these wonderful things that are waiting for you here, okay? So that is what I'm seeing for you. I wish you so much luck, and just know that you can get through this difficult time, okay? If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Tourmalinated Quartz, and your card is Lotus with resurrection, and number 22. So the first thing I need to point out to you is that you've probably already noticed this, but your pile number 2 and your number 22. So that seems to have some pretty big significance, especially because you have resurrection here, meaning that it seems like you're moving from one phase into another. And with resurrection, it's making me think of like the death card in the tarot. So meaning that, you know, something, some kind of cycle, some situation, something that was going on in your life that may have been holding you back somehow, that is coming to an end, or it already did come to an end. And what's happening is you're going to be experiencing your rebirth. Okay, so I feel for you, pile number 2, in August, there seems to be something pretty significant that's happening for you because of the 222 that we get here. And I'm feeling like it's a return to yourself. You're getting your feet back. You're starting a new journey. You're you know, taking a deep breath and taking a leap of faith. You're moving on from something that may have hurt you emotionally. And what I'm feeling also with the lotus flower here, like for me, whenever I see the lotus flower, I always get protection, like you're protected by the lotus flower. And also you have a dragonfly here. And so what that, can you see that? There's like a dragonfly right here. And so what that is telling me, again, is transformation, change, good luck, things like that. So if you've been having a difficult time in your life and you're, you know, trying to make things move along or change or anything like that, this is a sign that your luck is changing. Okay. And so I really feel for you in August. You're going to feel things start to shift into a better placement. Okay. So let's look at your other cards and see what other information we can get for you. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2, what do we have here? Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. You know what I'm feeling here? It seems like for some of you, something was put on hold, or something was postponed. Some of you, I'm like getting a couple different images here in my mind. It seems like something wasn't meant for you. And so I think there's 2 meanings with this card. For some of you, you may have been going about your business and you thought you had a great opportunity that was presented to you. And then all of a sudden, for one reason or another, it didn't work out. And it felt like that experience was kind of taken away from you, kind of like the rug was pulled out from under you. Okay. Which could be the wait and the postpone, pause, say no, because you were actually supposed to say no to this particular thing because there were things that would have happened if you would have moved forward with this that you could not see. And then, you know, it would, if had you said yes or had you gone forward, it would have been hindsight is 2020, where it would have been like, oh gosh, what did I just do? And I think that we're bringing that lotus flower in here, and that's that sense of protection that I was feeling when I looked at your very first card there. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing here with the lightning, this is making me think of the Tower card, where some of you may have gone through something where things came to an end for you, possibly unexpectedly, where things just kind of fell apart right before your eyes. And you were left kind of confused, wondering like, what just happened? Why did that happen? What's going on? And again, it's because it wasn't meant for you. So what I'm feeling in August is that you're coming out of this, okay, and you're moving into a much easier time. Okay, what else do you have for us? I feel these two cards need to come out, so we're going to take both of them. Starseed, what lights you up? Okay, so what I'm feeling with what lights you up is that you're going into a time where, like, this, some of you may have, like, how do I explain this? I feel that what happened here, so whatever it was that you were looking for here, it's like the what you want, okay, what you thought you would get here, that's not missing. This one particular thing, it looks like, did come to an end, or it didn't even happen. But there's something coming up that will actually truly light you up, like we see here. This would have turned out like this, or it already was this and then it came to an end, right? And so what I see happening in August is something that will truly light you up is going to happen. Okay, so I feel that now you're on the right path to get what you want, even though this, you thought this would fulfill whatever you wanted, and perhaps it may have for a little while. What you're actually going into now is going to be more stable, it's going to last longer, and it's actually going to be more fulfilling than this ever could have been. Or, because the fulfillment here, you may have had it for a little while, but it would have come to an end. There was something very faulty here. Okay, so where you're going is, it's more structured and it's much, much more stable. Okay, the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Oh, okay. This is so fascinating because you see this card, it's the crumbling, and here's the lightning. This is making me think again of the Tower card, which is what I felt here. And so what are you clinging on to? This is, resonant with what I just said, where, or like the feelings that I was getting, and it's being explained here, because remember how I said that you may have thought that you were going to get exactly what you wanted here, but it just wasn't stable. Okay, and Spirit is showing me here that actually now, because this didn't happen, or because this came to an end, now you really will get what you want, what lights you up. Some of you, though, may be clinging on to what didn't work here, okay? And so what Spirit is saying is that in order to fully move forward and move into what really lights you up, you need to fully let go of whatever this was here, okay? Does that make sense? Because look at these two cards, and you're in the middle here trying to get what you want, but you're, like bookended with these two things here. So you just need to try to release this, because you have resurrection here, you have lotus, so you're very, very protected, and you were being very protected here. That's why that did not happen, or why that fell apart. Okay, but your time is coming in August. Resurrection, new life, moving on to, I really want to say bigger and better things than what you thought was here. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. This card is really drawing my attention. Is this, okay, I thought it was 2. Into the unknown, underworld, depth, courage, and facing your fears. Yeah, so I feel that there is a sense of fear, and it's attached to this. It's like, but this is what I wanted. And Spirit is trying to tell you that this was faulty. This would not have gotten you to the point that you actually want to go to. It may have looked really good on the surface. Like, let's say it was wrapped up in this real pretty package and you're like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. But then when you take the bow off and you take the pretty paper off, there's like this empty box underneath all the really pretty wrapping paper. And so I'm picking up that there's a fear of, but I had to have this. This is what I wanted. And Spirit is saying, but you can still have what you want and possibly have it better. And actually it will be better than this here. Okay. And so, yeah, there is some fear here, and it is going to take some courage to, kind of pick yourself up and move forward and take that leap of faith and, see what this brings you here as you go forward in August, with this new beginning that seems to be coming in for you. Okay. So we have, yeah. This is what I've been saying. So it's cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, and new beginnings. Is that not what I've just been saying? Sorry, your cards are a little crooked here. That's exactly what I see happening in August for you. Releasing the old. That's exactly why I've been getting this feeling that there's a fear. It's like clinging on to this, saying, no, but I wanted it this way. And Spirit is saying, yeah, but that way you wouldn't have gotten what you want. It looked like you would, but there was something so faulty with it. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is to, I'm seeing you like diving into this water here and just cleansing your energy, cleansing the past, cleansing things that didn't work out, cleansing things that fell apart, taking that deep breath and moving forward, okay, into these new beginnings here. Okay, now let's get your tarot cards and see what else we have for you. Okay, what else can you tell us? Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2? Let's set these here. And your first card is the Ace of Swords. I really feel there's some sort of breakthrough, okay? Seeing things clearly, starting over. I feel like you're winning. I feel, even though you feel like, or at least you did here, like you're not getting what you wanted, I'm seeing that you are. Okay, I'm seeing that you're coming out on top. You're getting exactly what you wanted, and it's gonna look a little bit different than here, but the energy, okay, the energy of what you wanted, there's no stopping it. It's still coming into your life, right? Whatever is meant for you is always going to flow to you, right? So just know that it's still on its way to you. And I feel also that once things start to shift for you, you're really going to start to see that you are still on the right track, that things are still working out for you, that everything is going to come together for you. Then we have the King of Cups. Yeah, see, so, there's something here about, it is, how do I say this? It's like releasing control to the universe is a good way to put it. Because remember how I said it's like clinging onto this so tightly, like, oh, but it had to be that way. And if it's not that way, I don't want it at all, right? But Spirit is saying, no, you just need to release the old so that you can have these new beginnings. And what I'm seeing here is that things will balance out for you, number one. Things are already in motion, okay? Things are already shifting for you. And what I'm seeing is there's great stability that's coming in for you. There's so much safety. There's so much cleansing. There's so much healing. And it's whatever. So doing things this different way, you're going to look back. You're going to be able to look back and say, okay, now I'm really seeing that it couldn't have been any other way. Like this way, like I can't picture it happening any other way. And some of you may even say like, what was I thinking trying to do it this way? Does that make sense? So absolutely, you have this new beginning, new balance, new energy coming in for you. And you're going to start to feel much, much better. Okay. And here you have the Six of Wands. This is what I've been saying. you're getting some sort of victory. You're winning at something. You're coming out on top. Okay. And it's like this hard-won victory. It's like something that happened here where you had to pause things, you had to stop things, or things were stopped or ended without your control, right? Something may have been out of your control, but it was for your own good. And what's happening in August is you're winning, you're overcoming this, you're cleansing your energy, you're getting back in the game, so to speak, right? And you're moving forward, you're being brave, you're being courageous, and you're picking yourself up and you're moving forward. And, you know, look here, you have resurrection. You're rising up from the ashes of this here and the crumbling here. And you're coming out on top. The Six of Wands, this is a victory card, a winning card, a hard-won victory. Then we have the Strength card. Yeah, it's definitely a time where you need to call on your inner strength, okay? But I also see you becoming stronger because you're facing your fears. You're not letting anything hold you down. You're moving forward despite setbacks that you had. And there's also a sense of healing here and a sense of, kind of like for some of you, I think you need to know that it's okay for you to move slowly. As you heal from something, as you move forward, it's okay for you to take your time. You don't have to rush the process. Because like I said here with the King of Cups, things are happening behind the scenes, okay? The universe is already conspiring to get you into the right place at the right time, okay? So just keep that in mind as you go forward. And I just heard when out of the corner of my eye, I saw this dragonfly. And I just heard that things are going to happen in mysterious ways for you, okay? Yeah, the Nine of Wands. So what I'm seeing here with the Nine of Wands is that you've been through it. You know, you're tired, you've been through it. I feel some of you just are like, okay, that's it. I'm just going to give up. I don't even want to deal with this anymore. And, you know, it is what it is. I just want to just forget all about it, okay? But what Spirit is saying here is don't forget all about it. Keep going after your dream. Keep going after whatever it was that you wanted, okay? Because it's still there for you, okay? It's just the way that you thought it was going to be coming in over here. It just wasn't right, okay? And so what I'm seeing here, this Nine of Wands, this person is facing fears. This person is standing up and saying, you know what, I am protected and I can get through this, and is, you know, it's very, very courageous. I love this Nine of Wands. It's next to the Strength card. And look at the sun coming up here. It's like tomorrow is a new day is what I'm hearing. Okay. And I feel that you're going to be stronger than ever. There's something going on here where moving away from this in learning something along the way from here to here, or seeing things differently, getting clarity with things, it's making you stronger. I'm feeling like your intuition is more on point. You're listening to your intuition. Okay, maybe that's it, is that you're listening to your intuition more. You're paying more attention to those signs, and you know that your intuition is trying to tell you. The Ace of Pentacles, I love this for you. This is what I've been telling you, okay? I know this is painful here when something is just pulled from, you know, right out from under you, and it's shocking, and it's like, what just happened? It's painful, it's scary, it creates anxiety, creates confusion, all this stuff, right? And then you have to, you know, pick up the pieces after that. And who wants to go through that, right? But it was to protect you. Look at this. Look at this new pathway that is opening up for you. And that's why Spirit wants you to be strong, okay? Wants you to pick yourself up and look at what is waiting for you. Remember with the Lotus card here that I got like this energy of like the Death card where something was coming to an end. but it's just opening a new path for you. That's exactly what we see here. Okay. And what's interesting, look here. Can you see this rose here? It looks like it's dead. It's like brown or it's been like a dried rose or something that kind of loses a little bit of its color. And what I'm seeing here is like this rose down here is representing this situation here that did not come to fruition. But look at, you have these two other flowers here. Look at this huge pentacle you have here. Okay. So trust that in August, there's something shifting for you. There's going to be a new opportunity that presents itself for you. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. We have the Hangman. You know, like I said, you've been feeling out of sorts. You've been feeling like you have to pick up the pieces. And some of you are like, I don't even want to pick up the pieces. I don't want to do any of it anymore, right? And so this really represents that period of like, what just happened? Where am I now? I was going over here and now I don't even know where I am right now. You know what I mean? Like that kind of feeling where you're feeling like you don't know at this point. It's like, I don't know even where I was or where I was going. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know what I'm doing in the future. It's like this great sense of confusion. But what I'm seeing here, especially because the Hangman is below the Ace of Swords, things are going to start to make sense. Okay. Things are shifting for you, and there's going to be movement for you in August. What else is it with the Hangman? There's something, oh, well, it's transformation. Yeah, you have a lot of transformation. You have a lot of cards that are indicating transformation for you, moving forward, things shifting for you. So I feel like this is actually a quite exciting time for you. By the end of August, you're going to be seeing things shifting, new things coming into your life, people, places, things, new opportunities. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. The Three of Pentacles. Things are coming together for you. Things are coming together for you. What is happening here with the Three of Pentacles is I'm feeling like there was some kind of effort that was put into something here that did not happen, or something that came to an end here. And it's like, well, I wasted all that time on that. I put in all that energy, all that effort, and then it just fell apart. So why did I waste all that time? What Spirit is saying here is that you didn't waste any time. Something that you were doing here will actually benefit you going forward. So let's say, for instance, and this is just kind of like a metaphorical example. Let's say that you got hired at this job, okay, here, right? You got this new job, you get hired, and you're so excited. You're like, oh my gosh, this is my dream job. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. And then you're learning, you know, the job, you're learning different things there. You're learning how the company works. And then all of a sudden, you know, metaphorically speaking, the business closes and you're like, wait a minute, I just spent all this time and energy and effort and now the business is closed. And you're like, what a waste of time. However, this new opportunity will come in, right? That you can't see when this comes to an end. And this new opportunity, let's say it's a new job, and they're looking for somebody who has something that you learned when you were here. Even though you weren't here that long, this company is like, oh, wait a minute. You're already kind of in the mix. Like you've already been, you know, trained a little bit in these programs and things like that. So why don't you just come over here, right? So then you get this new opportunity, this new offer here. So obviously that's metaphorically speaking. For some of you, it could be literal, but you know what I'm saying? So it's going to come back. There's something that you learned or something that you experienced somehow here that's going to benefit you over here. And people are going to notice that, okay? And we have the Two of Wands. See, this is what I'm saying. You're going to have some sort of opportunity come in. You're going to have a choice to make, a decision to make. There's some kind of movement, things shifting, getting clarity about things. I feel also there's a sense of soul searching that's going on. You know what? That's what it was. That was the other thing that I was feeling with the Hangman that I couldn't quite put my finger on yet. I feel that throughout this process, it like kind of shook you into a place of needing to really get in touch with like your soul, your inner self, and figure out certain things that you want in your life, certain things that you don't want in your life anymore, where you're going, how you're going to get there, you know, things like that. Which at first I feel that you were not connecting with that because you were so focused on this that happened. But then somehow along the line, you start, your focus starts to go inward. And so that's what I'm seeing happening here with the Two of Wands and the Hangman. And then I think that going through that kind of introspection, that's going to help you with this new opportunity that's coming up for you here in August. And we have the King of Wands. So you're coming out on top. I can tell you that. What I'm seeing here, especially with the Lion, and I love that the Lion is right below the Strength card, because typically the Strength card has a lion in the traditional decks, right? Which we see here, right? But it doesn't look like the traditional lion that you see. This is more like what you would traditionally see, right? So it's very interesting to me that these two cards are right next to each other here. So you're getting your strength back. You're being courageous, right? Like here into the unknown, it mentions courage. You're facing your fears. Spirit is saying that the only thing that can stop you from getting what you want is yourself, okay? A lack of belief in yourself, that's the only thing that can stop you from getting what you want, okay? And so I'm feeling a big comeback. I'm feeling your energy. See, we have resurrection here, and look at this card. When we look at what happened here, right? Something came crumbling down. It was terrible. It was awful. Here, you're still trying to figure things out, right? But what do we have here? Okay. The Nine of Wands here, you're rising, you're feeling stronger. And then here you're like, hey, I'm back. Okay. The Six of Wands is victory. Okay, you're getting your sense of creativity back. You're solving problems. You're like, hey world, I'm here. I'm ready for this new opportunity. So there's a lot of confidence, and there's something about your intuition that keeps coming up where you're paying attention to it now. You're going to land in the right spot. The Five of Swords, yes. Okay. This Five of Swords can cause chaos, can cause roadblocks, can cause, oh my gosh, the energy coming from this Five of Swords in your reading is like, I wish I never got into this situation in the first place. That's right here. Okay. Some of you are being protected from this, and some of you were already in this, feeling this right here, which is like chaos, anxiety, trying to make things happen. But it's like, no matter what you do, you're up against some kind of energy. It's almost like I'm feeling like a narcissistic type of energy. It's just like a really, really gross energy. So some of you were saved from this, were protected from this, and others of you were already in this. And then poof, it came to an end. It came crumbling down. And even though it was not the best situation for you, you are still holding on to it for some reason. Some of you may have gotten attached to this situation for one reason or another, right? But you are being protected. Like this was not sustainable. Okay, so that's what's happening here. Let's get your last card. The Four of Swords. Oh, so interesting. Can you see this card? So there's, a mirror here. There's stuff going on there. There's a person there. There's a hand. And this person is, touching that. And the energy that I'm getting here is like memories, like replaying things over and over and over and over in the mind. Didn't we have that somewhere here? What are you clinging on to? Yeah, it was the crumbling card. So I feel like, I mentioned this earlier, right? That I feel that some of you are holding on to this, saying, but no, that was my dream. It had to be that way. It had to be. And then it came crumbling down. And what Spirit is saying is that you can, your dream, that whatever you wanted here, you can still have that. It's just going to look a little bit different because you wouldn't have reached your actual dream here. There was something faulty. There was something not right here. And so Spirit is urging you to try to loosen the grip on the memory of this and thinking that it had to be that way and only that way. Okay. And once you do that, okay, once you release this and face your fears, right? Because here, remember, into the unknown, now there's a feeling of, but this was my dream. And now I'm not going to get my dream because it's crumbling down. But you're actually still going to get it. It's going to be better, okay? So Spirit is saying to try to cleanse this here. Remember, cleansing is right here. So look at, you have cleansing, Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So you want to release this and this here and cleanse that energy so that you can walk into this new opportunity with a clean slate. Because look at how beautiful this card is. Do you want to take this energy with you when you step into this? Do you want to bring this energy into this beautiful Ace of Pentacles card? Do you see what I'm saying here? So your dream is still there waiting for you. You just need to release this, and then you're going to walk into this. Okay, so that is your reading. I hope that this made sense. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I truly wish you so much luck. Okay, if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the blue Aventurine. And your card is Sun and Faith, and it's also number 38. The energy that I'm getting from this card is that you are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm feeling like there's a new day, there's a new dawn on the horizon. I feel like darkness is being lifted. I feel in August, there's something going on where you're finding the answers to something. You are getting guidance. You're finding your way. Things are coming together. Restraints are being lifted. You're in August, it feels like your freedom of movement changes. So some of you could finally be moving forward, be moving toward a goal, toward a dream, or simply just getting up and getting back on your feet, right? Because I'm feeling like there was some kind of struggle. And if you're still going through this struggle, when you're watching this, because I feel some of you are kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, because, you know, this reading comes out at the end of July, and then you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I think things are going to start moving in August for me, right? So like if you're feeling that way, keep the faith, right? Just know that yes, things are shifting, things are moving forward for you. And if you haven't seen that at all yet, have faith that things are going to start shifting for you in August, okay? Now, something that I do want to mention, because I talked about this in pile number 1. Okay, so up here you have Sun with Faith, obviously, right? Now, in pile number 1, the card number on pile number 1 was number 19. Now, in the tarot deck, number 19 is the Sun card. So I did mention this in pile number 1, that your card actually says Sun and Faith. So that actually was pretty prominent in pile number one. So if you're drawn to pile number one, you might want to watch it. There could be a message in there for you. And if not, then, you know, of course, don't watch it and just watch this one. That's completely up to you, only if it resonates with you. But I did want to point that out. But to kind of summarize, the sun's coming out, finally. I feel like it's like, finally, it's here. Okay, that's how I feel. It's like you can breathe a little bit easier in August, okay? Now let's look at your other cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Oh, these cards, I think, want to come out right here. I don't know, did you see that? I didn't really see what happened, but I felt it. I think these almost fell out. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have Mintalkin, longing for home, belonging the original light workers. So I feel that there's something that you've been longing for, and I feel like that's what's coming in August. I feel there's a shift coming that you've been waiting for a very long time. A very long time. I think that you've been hoping for this day. Some of you have been visualizing this, manifesting it. And I feel like you've been waiting for it for a long time, and it's finally here. I feel that in August, you're going to have a feeling of something is shifting and a sense of relief. So you may not have 100% relief from a stressful situation, but you're going to be able to like breathe a sigh of relief and say, oh, okay, I almost feel like you were on the other side of this like mountain right here, like on the other side where we couldn't see you over here, and you had to climb all the way up here, and then you're like standing at the top in August, and it's just like, oh, I finally made it through this very difficult time, and this difficult time is not 100% over, but I'm seeing relief in the future. I'm seeing that things are slowly but surely starting to shift and change. Okay, that's the energy that I'm feeling for you. Excuse me. I can tell something's going on with you, the way my throat kind of caught there, my voice. Okay, so inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because I'm feeling like such intense emotions here. And also there's something about tune into the portal of your heart and faith. It's like, have faith in your dreams, have faith in yourself, have faith in knowing that you are going to get out of this. Okay, you're starting to shift out of this difficult time. Things are going to be changing for you. Things are shifting for you. And it's not always going to be as difficult as it has been. And you're going to start to see some relief coming in August. What else do you want to say to pile number 3, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 2. Okay. You know why I said 2? Because I saw these 2 cards sticking out there. That's why I said that. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what we have here. Gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. This is exactly, you know, this really sums up what I was saying when I was showing you this card, and I was saying, like, I vision you on the other side of this mountain here, this rock, whatever this is. Like, you're over here where we can't see you, and you had to climb uphill, up this rock, this mountain, whatever it is. And it's, to do that, you can't just rush up that, right? And so it took this gentle force, this consistency, persistence. It took a lot of patience, okay? And I feel that this also goes with what I was saying for August. You're not completely out of the woods yet. You're getting close, but you're not quite there yet. But you're starting to see things coming together. You're starting to see that relief will happen for you. So just stay consistent, have a lot of patience, keep going, okay? Let it rain, allow what is, inevitability, and trust. Very interesting. Ooh, and look at the rainbows. Look at that. I love that for you. I feel that you might have something surprising that happens in August, a very, very happy surprise. And another thing I'm getting from this card is the storm is going to pass. Do you see what I'm seeing here? So let it rain, right? So here it's raining. There's lightning here. There's obviously a storm. There's clouds. Something's going on. But then what happens after that? You get the sun, okay? And you have faith. So I feel it. I can see it here, but I can feel it. There's something that's happening for you in August that's going to create this shift where that's when you see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's when you finally reach the top of this mountain and you say, oh, okay, I still have work to do because now I have to climb down the other side of this mountain, but it's going to be a lot easier than it was climbing uphill. Okay. Now let's get into your tarot cards and see what other information we can get for you. What can you tell us for pile number 3, please? We're looking at August 2025. The 8 of Pentacles. Keep going. Don't give up. Where was that? It's really what this Gentle Force card is saying. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. That's what we're seeing here. So, especially with the long game, the 8 of Pentacles really kind of embodies the long game where you're working on something, you're dedicated to something, you're persistent, you're focused, you're patient, you're doing something that you're getting some reward for now, but there's more reward coming in from this hard work that you're putting in the future, right? So it's kind of like doing all this hard work now and staying focused and staying persistent, even though you're not exactly where you want to be. You're on your way, you're building something, and you're getting closer and closer, but you're not quite there yet, right? But you're seeing progress. You're seeing things, starting to take shape. It's like a foundation is being formed. You've made the right decisions, things like that. That's what I'm seeing here. So keep going, okay? Hold on to the faith. See, what I'm seeing here, like metaphorically, or this could even be like a real life example, exactly what some of you are going through. But what I'm seeing here is this person is an artist, or, they're creating something. And this person probably went to school, before this, and they learned how to, create all these pentacles, right? And now this person is, trying to sell these pentacles. And they're putting their artwork out there, they're displaying things, they have a web page, and they're just waiting for customers to come in. And there are customers that are coming in who are purchasing some of these pentacles. But it's, this person has a vision of being able to quit their day job so that they can do this full time, okay? That's what I'm seeing with you. You're getting closer, you're almost there, but you got to keep going, okay? And you're going to see some sort of, like, let's say that you were doing this, and you didn't have one customer yet, okay? In August, you're going to get that first customer, okay? So metaphorically speaking, there's something in August where you're going to finally say, my hard work is paying off. The 10 of Cups, yeah, see, this is exactly where you want to be. The 10 of Cups here. This is emotional abundance. This is feeling like, an abundance of satisfaction. You have everything that you've ever wanted. Everything is great. You feel grounded. You feel emotionally stable, and people around you are great. You feel secure financially. You feel secure just in general, right? This is what you're heading toward. And there's something that clicks, something that comes together in August that is going to get you here. Okay. So are you going to get here in August? Some of you probably will. Others of you will be playing the long game, where this is your visualization. This is what you're working toward in August. Okay. Because something's happening to get you here in August. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords. And this, I mean, I'm not surprised this card came up at all, because there is a sense of darkness, feeling dark, feeling like there's no hope, trying to hold on to the faith, to your faith that things are going to work out, that, you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. But then there's also this great, great worry that it's not going to happen for you. Okay. But it is going to happen. And the Nine of Swords typically talks about things that are just fears. It's not actually going to happen, right? So what Spirit is saying here with the Nine of Swords is that you can rest easy, that your greatest fear is not going to happen. And you're going to realize that. You're going to start to shift this focus in August, and things are going to start to feel like they're more likely to happen in the positive, not the negative, not your fears, but your hopes, your dreams are more likely to happen. And then we have the Page of Wands. See, this is what I'm saying. There's something that's happening in August where you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't here yesterday. Let me see what I can do with that. Let me think about that. Let me explore that. Let me talk to these people. Let me, whatever it is that comes up for you, there's something that's happening that will be able to get you to the next place. It will get you to the top of this mountain so that you can then come down the other side, right? The Nine of Cups, yeah. So this is a dream come true, a success card. And there's something that's happening, I'm telling you. Something is happening. You're, giving something that one last push that gets you to a point where you're getting recognized, getting you to a point where things are starting to come together, getting you to a point where a piece of your dream is starting to come true. Where, because remember what I said here, where maybe you've been doing this and then in August you get your first customer, you make your first sale, okay? So there's definitely something going on here with something that you've been hoping for, you've been dreaming for, you've been working so hard for something, you've been very persistent, you've been, all of these things. And at some point, you may have had a fear or a thought, well, maybe I should just give up with the Nine of Swords here, because I don't know if my dream is actually going to come true. I don't know if it's going to happen. And Spirit is saying, no, keep going, because you're going to have a breakthrough. It's going to happen for you. The Judgment card, absolutely. This is such an interesting card to get with everything we've been saying, because this is exactly what I've been saying here. So the Judgment card, it's like hearing something, seeing something. Sometimes it happens out of the blue, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for. Or, oh my gosh, here's clarity. Like, now everything makes sense. Now I know how to move forward. Now I know exactly what I need to, complete this idea that I have. And so what I'm seeing here, in comparison to the Nine of Swords, or kind of continuing on the story that I was talking about with the Nine of Swords, with the Nine of Swords here, you have a great fear that something's not going to come to fruition, that you're not going to be able to complete something or accomplish something, or you're going to have to give up on something, okay? What you're realizing down here with these last three cards, especially with the Judgment card, is that it is possible, okay? And more so than it's possible, but you're actually going to make it happen, okay? And this is exactly that thing that I was talking about. Something's going to fall into place. You're somehow seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is kind of a continuation of what I was just saying, where that thing comes into your life. Information or something that releases you from this kind of holding pattern that you've been in, and things start to balance out for you. For some of you, there could be someone coming into your life that sees a talent that you have, or sees a skill that you have, something like that, sees that you have something to offer, and becomes interested in you and what you have, right? Yeah, I get a feeling for some of you, there's something connected to a person, and there's something trying to come through here with the Six of Pentacles and this person. It seems like somebody gives you a chance, or somebody, like up here, remember, someone buys your first product or makes your first, or your first purchase, something like that, and then it's word of mouth from there. Something like that is going on with the person connected to the Six of Pentacles card. But let me get more cards and see if more information comes through with this Six of Pentacles. So we have the Devil card here, and this is taking me right back to the Nine of Swords. So what I'm hearing here from Spirit is that you need to get control of your fears, okay, with the Nine of Swords, because, you can manifest your worst fear if that's all you're focusing on, right? So you want to shift your focus from your fears keeping you up at night, and try to pay attention to the details, pay attention to synchronicities, because I'm feeling like this is connected to the Six of Pentacles and this person that for some of you, you could be meeting, someone that could be coming into your life that's going to help you get to the other side of this mountain here. If you're so caught up in your fears and what could go wrong and what is going wrong, or what you perceive as going wrong, you could miss out on an opportunity here. So as hard as it is, Spirit is saying, try to stay focused on, the positive and forward movement, and keep doing your thing. Keep, staying persistent, like here, gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. Keep going, keep focusing on that, trying to stay busy instead of worrying here, okay? Your greatest fear is not going to happen, is what Spirit is showing me here. Remember, let it rain, trust, okay? So trust in the process, trust in divine timing, trust that everything's going to come together for you. Then we have the Five of Cups. So with the Five of Cups, what I'm feeling is that it seems like there's something, well, you know what it is? It's exactly what I just said. Okay, remember how, do you see how these cards are all lining up here? Let me put this back down here. Remember what I just said, how with the Devil card being connected to the Nine of Swords, and that you can manifest your worst fear if that's all you're thinking about, right? Because manifesting is manifesting, right? What we put our focus into is what we can manifest, right? So you want to be careful with that. And look at this card here. Your focus is on the wrong thing here. Look at these cups are overturned, and this person is just focused on that. And this person is not seeing the positive that's here. So you want to shift your perspective, shift your focus, which would be staying busy, right, with the consistency and the persistence and the patience that we see in the Eight of Pentacles here. Because I'm really getting a feeling like you're going along with whatever this is that you're doing here, something that's really in your heart, okay? And you're not seeing any progress. Like you're making things, there's progress here, but no one's buying what you're making. No one is showing interest in this yet, metaphorically speaking. And that's exactly what you're focusing on here. It's like I'm putting all this effort into it and nobody's noticing it yet. But what I'm seeing is that in August, you know, it's like in your situation, it's just that one time. You just need that one chance, that one breakthrough. And I'm seeing it happening in August, okay? So believe in that. Believe, have faith that something's going to come together for you. And look at how close it is to you. It's literally like right there. Kind of like how I was saying with this card, it's like you're getting from the back up here and it's like you're so close. You're so close. So don't lose the faith. Don't get caught up in your fears and your worries. Have faith that things are going to shift for you. Yeah, here, look, the Ten of Swords. So, and this is a very interesting Ten of Swords because this person has, you know, swords all over, piercing the flesh, right? But this person's still on their phone. So it's like, keep going. I know it's scary and it's painful, but keep going. Stay focused. See, this is another card that's showing that focus, that determination of, you know, that persistence on trying to make sure that you stay focused on the goal instead of focused on your anxiety, right? So just keep going forward, keep manifesting, keep visualizing, keep the faith that you're going to see the sun. The sun's going to come up. It's like, I really feel like things could change overnight for you. That's the energy that I'm getting in this pile. The Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords, there is a delay here. There is like waiting for something. But what needs to happen? See, this keeps coming up. Many cards are talking about this. What you need to do while you're waiting is stay focused on the positive. Keep your energy clear. Keep visualizing. Keep, you know, like try meditation if you want, if that resonates with you. And know that whatever is meant for you, it's still on its way to you. It's just, you know, for some of you, it may feel like it's taking forever or it's not going to get here or it's delayed or something like that, but it is on its way. So try to stay balanced throughout August because I really feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised with this Six of Pentacles here. I feel like something's going to surprise you. And it seems to have something to do with an actual person, someone bringing something to your attention or someone you know, seeing your product or seeing your resume, giving you a call and, you know, getting an interview for something or someone's buying your product, something's taking off for you. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this makes so much sense. So the Nine of Wands is telling you, don't give up, keep going, keep your eye on the prize. You're not that far away from a breakthrough, from starting a new phase of things, okay? But the Nine of Wands, right, the Nine of Wands, you're almost at 10. This is indicating that you're about to go into a new phase. It's like there's one more push. You just need to keep going a little bit longer. You need to keep the faith because you are so close, so close. And, you know, look at the Nine of Wands is below the Judgment card, which is very interesting because with the Judgment card, like I said, you're hearing something, you're seeing something that is changing everything for you. It's changing everything. And with the Nine of Wands, I said you're so close to that. You're so close, and these cards are literally touching each other here. So something's going to click into place in August for you. Don't lose faith. Keep going. Things are going to shift for you. So just believe that things are going to work out for you and try to put your fears in the back of your mind, right? Try not to think about them all day long. Try not to let them keep you up at night. And I really wish you so much luck with everything that you have going on here in August and with this new beginning that you're going to be seeing. Yeah, so I wish you so much luck. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.